SL8, S-Works Tarmac SL8. Okay, go on, piss on it, baby, piss on it, give it a piss. Why is it so flexy? How do I know it's flexy? Because when you go to do a sprint, the rotors front and rear, ping, 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 the wheels flex. It's a flexy bike. Okay, it's a super light frame, but it's a heavy bike. The irony is this is one of the lightest frames out there at the moment, but this bike rides, it feels like it's 8 kilos, you know? And again, this is your review. This is your honest review. You won't get this from, you know, the sponsored riders. You'll get this from people who actually, I buy my bikes, all right? I own these bikes. So, you know, this is not a performance bike. It's designed purely for profits. It's flexes, the rotors rub, the wheels are, you know. Over here, though, we've got an SL2 S-Works. Now, this is a race machine. This was designed for performance, all right? Mechanical performance, so the mechanics get an easy job fixing the bike. It's going to change your stem out. No worries, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, we can do it. 5 minutes, 5-minute job. You want to change your stem out here? $900 to buy some new bars, Aussie dollars. Is that carbon discoloring already? Look at that. Look at that discoloring already. Damn, look at that. Damn. This bike's only a week old. And if you want to change your stem, you've got to buy a whole new module. You've got to reroute the discs and everything, the oil flicking out on the cat's fur, and, you know, do all this stuff, and, you know, just all this faffing around. You've got to, like, pull off the brake cables and fish them back through, and it's a fucking nightmare, you know? So, and these bars are flexy, man. It's flexy. Can't get over that discoloration already. Interesting, maybe it's just the camera angle. And the angles as well, I can't get it, like, I want to have a bit more, you know, it feels okay, but it doesn't feel as good as these. This is, I can absolutely tune it to millimeter, the rotation angle, so we can get that perfect wrist action, all right? Everyone loves a good wristy. If you know, you know. And I can get my perfect stem angle. Space it in, out, just perfect, get it dialed in. Because some days your neck's a bit tight, or your arms are, you know, to crash, or you just, you know, things are a bit tight, so you want to modulate things. You can do that with an SL2 S-Works perfectly. Sure, I can put that bar stem combo on here, but it'll be a nightmare, okay? Profit bike, performance bike. You know, so this bike is dirt cheap, man. That wheel was for free. It's a DT Swiss 240. Got that with a package deal there, so I appreciate that. It's, Greg, thanks, mate. You know, this bike's great. It's stiffer. You know, it's lighter. This whole bike is lighter, but the frame's a bit heavier, which is good because it's a stiffer frame. Under power, the brakes don't rub. Okay, you don't lose watts when you're putting power down. All right, it's a 54 centimeter. It's a 54 centimeter over here. Okay, so you're losing the power. All right, with these bikes. You know, these rotors rub. It's so hilarious, man. It's so hilarious. These bikes are designed for Instagram. These bikes are designed for EPO usage in the Tour de France. These bikes are raced by people who use EPO today, but they don't have a choice of what they ride. They've got to just put up and shut up. So anyway, that's the deal. What I like about the bike, the tyres are fantastic. The hub bearings feel really good. But you can also see here there's 6 spokes over here and 12 spokes the other side, so it's unbalanced. So you got all this big gap here. So that means the tensions are, you know, just flicking around. And you got these, sorry baby, and you got these rims that bulge out, so they catch the wind. So you definitely, this bike does not feel aero when you put in some windy conditions. I think there's a big gap here. You know, all the wind's just going through, hitting your down tube there. So yeah, it's definitely not as, on the side winds, it's not as aero. Now I get to ride all these bikes, you know, and I ride the same roads in Adelaide. I've done, you know, 400,000 Ks in the last, you know, couple decades, and a lot of that's hit on the roads here in Adelaide. So I intimately know, this tire's flat, I intimately get to know these roads, all right? And so I jump on these bikes and I can just feel the differences. And these bikes just feel so much faster, okay? They are faster. If you know, you know. If you want to adjust your setup, they're easier. They're easier to work on. They're easier to travel with, okay? How do I put this in a bike box with these bars? I guess I just take that off, and then I've got to worry about if this eggshell, this is eggshell thin, all right, eggshell thin. That squeeze test, that's another video, squeeze test, eggshell thin, listen to that. Oh my God. Baby, don't jump on the bike, all right, you might crack it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Oh my God, that's like an eggshell. That is going to be Crack City, man. Crack City. Now let's do a sound test. Yeah, a bit thicker in that. Still pretty thin, but yeah, more robust. Okay, this is probably the limit of bike technology. Other than that, it goes downhill. Faster bike. Much more aero. Think in the crosswinds. All right. Do you ever ride just in calm conditions? Then okay, that bike without rotors would be faster. But I ride in crosswinds, you know, and the wind's hitting from the side here, just going to go through here, okay? Over here, look how much trunk is here. That big gust of wind is going to push that. It's going to push you around. So, babe, we're disturbing you. You're just trying to relax, aren't you? On this little hype up Tarmac videos, getting me all hyped up. But there you go, that's the deal. The seat I like. Tyres I like. The Shimano stuff works pretty good. There you go. But if I had a choice of what bike I'm going to prefer to ride, I prefer to ride that bike. When I'm riding this bike, I'm dreaming about riding that bike. And when I'm riding that bike, I'm glad I'm not going to ride this bike. This bike's better for Instagram, for all the noobs out there who have no idea. And this bike, if you want to flog people or get, minimise the chance of getting flogged up a hill, I'm riding this bike, man. This bike is killer. Absolutely amazing, these Specialized Tarmacs. These ones are... Now I know why the people I'm riding with on the weekends and that here and there are going slower